and thanks for joining me again on the Blooming Journey vlog series. So when I first started sharing with family and friends that I'm going to be publishing my first children's book, their first reaction was, wow, that's awesome. And their second question was always like, but how do you even go about doing that? So in this video, I'm going to answer 3 questions about the 3 main routes to publication. So the first route that probably comes to mind is your traditional publishing route. This is going to be your big 5 companies, very competitive to get in, where they're going to buy the copyright to your book outright. And they give you a royalty advance in exchange for everything. So you basically hand over them your book, your manuscript, and they take it from there. So they have creative freedom over the editing. They can change your title. They can change anything they want. They'll choose the illustration style. They'll choose the illustrator. They'll choose if and when your book even gets published. So sometimes this process takes years, and by the end of it, they feel like your book is not even on trend anymore, and they could shelf the whole project, and your book doesn't ever get published. So for me, that was kind of a bit scary and a bit more to chew off for our first time. So we chose another route. So on the other side of that publishing spectrum is self-publishing. And self-publishing means that you're going to go out and you're going to do all of these steps on your own. And a lot of self-publishers then print on demand, or they'll do some offset printing at the end. So self-publishing can get a bad rap because, again, it is a wide variety and quality control. I've seen some people that don't even hire professional editors or professional formatters or anything like that to have their book really looking its best. And then I have a lot of friends that have self-published books that are gorgeous and can stand up on the shelf with any book. So with self-publishing, you do have to be careful, and you do have to be your own critic, and you really need to make sure you're putting out a quality product. That means professional editing. That means not just choosing the cheapest illustrator that you can find, but one that you really see talent and skills with, and that has a good portfolio behind them, and as well as formatting and getting your book ready to upload to print. So a lot of self-published authors will do print on demand, which means they'll upload it through either Amazon KDP program or another program called Ingram Spark, and they don't have to pay for printing up front, and then they just get charged that printing cost whenever people order their book straight from Amazon. And so while this is a cheaper route, sometimes the quality can come into play. I've seen people that love KDP, hate Ingram Spark, vice versa. When you're kind of printing on demand, you are at the liberty of whatever print house is printing your book that particular day. And then they also take their cut. So every one of it has to go through the hands of not only Amazon's listing, they take their cut, but then they're also going to take a huge cut from the printing costs as well as the sales and distribution. But then on the other hand, they do all the work for you. So again, it's a personal decision on what you want out of it. So for our series, we landed right in the middle, hence the term hybrid publishing. So we are doing a hybrid publisher called Mascot Books, which means we do make an investment up front, and that basically covers like printing costs. For offset printing, we're printing 1,500 copies. You can pick how much you want to print. And they kind of held your hand throughout the process. So I've worked with acquisitions editors, production editors. They have a sales and distribution team that's going to handle the retail sales. And then I also get to choose how many copies I want myself to kind of sell through my website and through author events. And so I felt like, especially for our first book and our first series, this was a good choice for us because we were able to make that financial investment up front, but we're also on the hook for selling this many books. So if you're watching this, go to my website and buy a book. But the hybrid publishing can also get a bad rap because there are a lot of publishing houses out there called vanity presses. I know a lot of authors will say up front, nope, I'm not paying anybody to publish my own book. But again, there's a lot of people that will charge and not really give you much value in return, or they kind of ghost you and you're still left on your own to figure things out after that. So before you do choose a hybrid publisher or any publishing route, please do your research. I talked to multiple authors who had printed their Mascot books. They all felt value in their investment. They all loved the process. So that's what we ultimately chose. So that is a very quick rundown on the publishing spectrum, on traditional publishing, where you hand over the rights and they take care of everything for you, to self-publishing, where you kind of do everything on your own, you forge your own path, and hybrid publishing, where you kind of end up somewhere in the middle. There's a million more questions that I could go over and talk about this, so please, if you have any questions, if you want to chat, DM me, leave a comment here, and I can talk about this all day long. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.